Right, and tier list videos are back. I mean, they're easy, A, and B, like, they're not very difficult to come up with. And C, people like them, so I'm doing another one. Now, I did this last year, where after I made it out at live, I decided to do a tier list of all my songs, and I included the Keely song from the last one because I didn't have that many. And then this summer, as you know, I dropped an 18 song album, and I've done a few like little comedy songs throughout the year as well. So I've got a few new entries. We'll see how my opinion on some of the old songs have changed. This was such an easy concept. I can't believe I haven't done it yet, but we're doing that. So an annoying thing is that Tearmaker used to like bloody put all the images in a random order, which was really annoying with like the lecture stuff because I wanted that in chronological order. But this one, I wrote all of the songs like pretty much in the order I wrote them when I took the images, and then I tried to select the images in a random order, and it's just put them in the order I had them. So I'm a clown. That's all I can say. So let me go over the tiers. I've changed the tiers from last year because I looked back at them and I didn't think they were very good, to be blunt. So the top tier is iconic. You're gonna call me the biggest like arrogant person ever if I put any songs in there, but I am going to. Then we got pretty solid. These are just for like they're not like the top tier, but they're just solid songs. We got happy with it. I'm happy with that. It could have been better, but it could be a lot worse. It's fine. I put it fine. Wow, that's some Sam level grammar there. They're the ones which just like yeah, like they're not harmful, but like you don't get anything from listening to it. I put skip on bad and unlistenable. And starting with unlistenable, we got the original Be Stronger. No shocks here. Straight and unlistenable for me with that one. Look, the original Be Stronger is important. Of course, it's the first one, but like usually when someone does like a first of summer, like it's usually quite good, and that's why like they keep doing it. Like Pixar, they made Toy Story as their first film, and like they kept making movies because Toy Story was good. Like it's kind of the opposite with me here. But I think because this is probably the lowest point of my career, it's only got better since then. So I think in a way I do have to thank Be Strong. Look, the concept to Be Stronger was creative. I'll give you that. I wrote a first song about making a first song. Wow. Not bloody like tell me the lottery numbers. But it the vocals are atrocious. The production is atrocious. 'Cause there wasn't any production. Yeah, I think that's all that needs to be said on that one. Then we got the original Waves. We'll just chuck that in there as well. For me, the original Waves is probably worse than Be Stronger, because Be Stronger, like, okay, it's the first song, like it's his first attempt, let him off. But like the second time you're doing it, and consider I actually did this one with Alfie, in the studio. It was my big first music video. It was my first chance to prove to everyone that I was an artist to be taken seriously, and that's what I put out. So I think that says a lot about who I was as an artist. Then we got the Lakini diss track. It's a bit. The Lakini diss track is a skip. Let's be real. The issue with the diss track with my mixing was really bad on it, and also I put the diss track in a video. Like it wasn't even. I had so little faith in the song that I didn't really even release it as its own song. I released it as part of a video, so I feel like it might be in its fine tier, but because I put it as part of a video, also it had all of the impact of like a snowman in like a boxing ring. Like it just like no one cared. Like some of the bars I had in that had a bar about the kid's like bike crash. I'm shocked I wasn't murdered for that, to be honest. I don't know how I got away with that looking back, but you know, I've done better diss tracks. Then we got Find Your Way. Find Your Way is a song that is more famous for the story of how it came to be than the actual song itself. Because I was gonna have my Disney Rank co-star Amber Ray on the song. She was too busy because of course she was, and it got delayed and delayed and delayed. Called it like Black Widow, and when it finally came out, it was fine. Like the thing with Find Your Way is what I don't like about the song is that I don't really think I'm saying a lot. Like some of the songs of Progress Take a Progress are really complex. Find Your Way is like so simple, and there's so many words telling the same thing. I did a fast verse that was all right. The keys bit was all right. Like it's not the worst. It was better than the first two songs, but I feel like I could have made fart noises into the mic and it would have been better than the first two songs. So that's not really an achievement. Almost Fallen is next. Almost Fallen was a weird one because it was like I had a plan for my first like album or EP or whatever. I scrapped it because then Year 9 happened and I started doing the Made It Out Live stuff. And Almost Fallen, I think it was an important progression because it was the first time that like my music wasn't just about like it's the first time I did because the first three songs are all about like actually my music career. Like Be Strong is about making the song, Waves is about not letting it go despite criticism, and Find Your Way is finding direction in music. So, but I'm gonna have to put it as a skip because I don't really like Almost Fallen really. Right, then we got Changes, and to be honest, I think Changes I'm happy with it because like I think I like the production. I like how the song sounds. I think when it comes to lyrics and stuff, I kind of do cringe at the stuff in there, but like that's just me. And but it is. I think I'm pretty happy with Changes, and it's probably the second best song for me I made out alive. Actually no. Then we have the Bottled It diss track. Look, if we're just gonna ignore some of the lines that didn't age too well, and we'd look at it for when it came out, for the product of its time, I think it was pretty solid. Like the whole meme was the bottled meme. I called Reese a bottler, and then I made a song called Bottled It about him, and he helped make the song. I think we did some cool stuff with it. If you've never heard Bottled It, go hear it because it's like it's aged poorly, but like it's a decent song. I mean, as a comedy song, like you can't with the comedy songs you can't like evaluate it too much. Then we got Change the Tide. Change the Tide was just a great moment for me. I think I remember when I first wrote it because it was like I just came onto like it just came out of nowhere because it was an old instrumental. It was supposed to be an instrumental that Keely sent me back when like during the Find Your Way era because but I used to get Keely to send me multiple instrumental for a song instead of just telling him what I wanted. Now I just like give him a description of what I want. That's a lot easier than him having to make like three or four. But I took one of these old ones. I just felt alright. It's quite a funny song, but yeah, I think Change the Tide. It's almost iconic to be honest. Pretty solid. Be Stronger rewrote. This was a lot better than the first Be Stronger, but again, I could have done fart noise in the mic, and yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with Be Stronger rewrote. Then we got Matt. Yeah, if you don't know this song, it's probably my most obscure song. I mean, I'm not even really on it. Like, just look it up. It's on the second channel. I mean, if a song doesn't make the main channel, you can just tell. Right, then we got This Is Me, and yeah, I think This Is Me is quite bad to be honest. It's the last song made out alive, and it just was so like boring. Like the lyrics are okay, and the song meant so much to me at the time, but like it felt more like it's less of a song and more like a poem, like more of a book, like. I'd rather read like a blog about the This Is Me. I don't really think I really brought to life. I feel like I later think I'm able to tackle more serious and like personal things, but also make a good song out of it. With This Is Me, it's like I sacrificed the actual music element of it and just kind of did a song that was just supposed to be for me. And yeah, so I think it's quite bad to be honest. Right, Blurry Realities, last song, and I think Blurry Realities is fine. I think it grew on me with time. I didn't really like it too much at first, but I think for what he was going for, it was an experimental track, and I think based on the subject matter of it, and it kind of does work. All right, now we're on to Progress, Sega Progress, what you've all waited for. Undecided. I really liked Undecided because I wanted to try out new genres of the album, and I think Undecided was so different. I like that as an open track because it's so bold, it's so different from anything I did before, and yeah, I think Undecided is pretty solid. Right, then we got Bandage. I've got the OG Bandage later, but this is the Bandage from Progress for the Sake of Progress, and I'm gonna have to go iconic. I think Bandage is my most complex song, best lyrically, I think, and the thing with Bandage was that it kind of I wrote the lyrics before the instrumental came. I just wrote Bandage because I needed to write that at the time, and I feel like that's why it's so good because it's so authentic and it was raw. It's complicated. It's watch the lyric breakdown or go on Genius if you want to find out. But it it is summer. Waves Rewritten. It kind of This Is Me, where it's like Waves Rewritten is kind of an in name only song because of course it's not actually any got like Be Stronger rewrote had a bit in common with the first Be Stronger. This one's got nothing in common with the OG Wave, and I think it's fine like as a song. Like if the lyrics are quite good, but it does read more like a story, which is what I was going for. So I intentionally tried to do that with Wave, but I think it is just fine as a song. Not Enough is going to be an iconic as well. It's probably the song that most people have heard considering I performed it in front of 300. And I think it took everything Bandage was, but I feel like it was more mature because Bandage. I almost want to move Bandage down a tier because I think Bandage was like what was it? Bandage was more mess in the sense because I was in a mess compared to Not Enough, which I wrote in retrospect of the whole situation. So I think it probably works better as a song, but I think they're both fun. I just realised I've forgotten Reverse on this. Reverse, I'd have to put in Skip to be honest, because I think it's just like Reverse is literally just Bandage but worse. Like it was important for me to do it at the time, and it's a song where I literally disagree with the lyrics now, but I was in such a state at that time that it kind of had to be. Alright, then we got Scared to Love Again. I really like Scared to Love Again. I think the hook is good. I think kind of the concept, the lyrics are good. I do like kind of the rap version the second time. Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. Wasted Potential. I love doing the dance track with Change the Tide, so I brought it back with Wasted Potential, and I don't think it translated as well the second time, but the hook's decent. Some of the lyrics are a bit like really like the famous "They call me brain, but really I'm clueless" line. But yeah, I it's fine. I think Wasted Potential to be honest. But then we got Slow Motion. I think Slow Motion is pretty solid. I I love doing the more rock elements. I feel like this took a mix of like the undersided stuff and the more kind of ballad stuff. And yeah, I think the lyrics are good. The subject matter's good. So yeah, another one of the more complex songs. So I like that a lot. Always Been You. Always Been You kind of took the Made It Out Alive formula. And I feel like it's fine. It is one of the more forgettable songs on the album, to be honest. Like, it's an important song. And but I feel like it is one that you could like skip. Like, I think I'm gonna put it on skip to be honest, because I think if there's one song, like I would tell someone like if I have actually no, I think there's probably one or two that are worse than that. So I'm gonna put it in. It's fine, but like I think you can get away, you can get everything out of the project without Always Been You because it is kind of a side project. Then we got the Cheater Harvey diss track. Um, I mean, only like 6 people have seen this because I've had to put it on Lusted, but yeah, I think it's fine. Like, I didn't take the Harvey beef too seriously because I knew he was gonna overtake me. I don't really try and like gain subs anymore, so I didn't take the beef too seriously, but it's fine. Then we got Go Away. Go Away is a bit annoying for me now because I've heard it a lot of times. I think when I first did it, it was quite good, but my only thing with Go Away is that I do think it goes on a bit too long. Like it's nearly 5 minutes, and I think you could get most of Go Away in the first half of the song. I like the instrumental, and I think it was a good choice for a single. But to be honest, I think it's one of the more easier and simple songs lyrically. I think it's one of the more tedious ones. So I'm just gonna have to go. I mean, I'm happy with it, but like I put too many and it's fine too. I'm gonna put Go in, it's fine too. I'm gonna move Blurry Realities and yeah, I'm gonna move Blurry Realities up. I think. Right, then we got U Turn, and U Turn has to be iconic. It just has to be. I think it. U Turn was one of those things where it was another experimental one. I wanted to do a drill based track, and I found. I think U Turn is like it's more of a. I think a lot of my songs are so serious, like they're so deep, they're so like oh my god, my life is the worst, depression, suicide. But like U Turn is like it's fun. It's like it's not taking itself too seriously. And I think it is a breath of fresh air. And yeah, that's what I like about it. Warn You is also going in iconic. I think it's probably my best like written hook, definitely. I think the chorus is really good. I think I really like what I did with Warn You. It was an idea that I had for a long time, and I think it just kind of really translated. So yeah, Persona, I'm gonna put in pretty solid. I really like Persona. I really like the more pop rock style that I went for. I love my delivery of the first verse because I went a bit more low with it, and yeah, the final like minute of Persona is incredible in my opinion. And I sound so arrogant here, bloody hell, but like it, I love how it just transcends. It's really good. Go On is fine. Like it, I'm happy with it, I guess. But like, it's a solid pop song. It's an important part of the record because it kind of shows the progression from where I was in the first half of the album to where I am there. It's an important piece, but like, it's not the most memorable. Then we got Cardboard Box. Yeah, I think Cardboard Box is a skip for me, to be honest. I think it was a cool kind of test. It was like I had fun with it. But it wasn't like it wasn't that great of a song, really. I'm finally thriving. I actually am happy with it. I think it's better than Almost Fallen because I think it's just a bit better, like in flow. It's more mature. And I think Finally Thriving was like, a clever idea as like a closure. Like as a song on its own, like, it's not great, but like I think it's kind of a good end of the album. It's like, are we still friends in that sense? Right, then we got Bandage the guitar version, which this is of the original one. I did a guitar version in the second one. Yeah, it's not as good as the original one, is it? So I'm just gonna put it with happy with it because it's Bandage. Like it's pretty much the same song, just with a different, slightly oriented like instrumental. So not much to say there. Right, then we got A Whole New World in Real Life. I don't even know why I included it. It's not like an original song, is it? It's a cover, but I mean, I was more focused on that song, having a go at like my sister, than actually knowing the words. So it's got to be there for me. Right, Track and Trace, which are cool. I technically feature on it. Yeah, I think Reese would say he's happy with Track and Trace because of course he's like the main voice in the song. But I think it isn't his best, and I think some of the ones he's done, the latest songs in KG are even better. So yeah. All right, just four more to go now. So we got 2 feet. I think I had fun with 2 feet. I think it's pretty solid to be honest because again I'm not taking myself too seriously, but like it's such a change in tone. It's such a different kind of style. Like it's not really going to be somewhat that like is going to get millions of streams on the radio, is it? But it's like it's a fun like kind of project I did, and I do appreciate that. Then we got Waiting for My Mistletoe. Yeah, it's probably a skip. Waiting for My Mistletoe, to be honest. Like it's a Christmas song and it serves the purpose of a Christmas song. It's probably my least lyrically like challenging one, and like it works for what it is. Like you got to take that in account with some of these songs. I'm not. It's not bad, but like it is. It's a skip because you're not going to listen to a Christmas song in June, and the album came out in June. So I'm assuming most people you would listen to it would skip that. Then we got Love Will Keep Marching On. Honestly, for what Level with Marching On is, I think I'm happy with it because like it's a comedy song. It's obviously like not supposed to be musically like good. Like I thought the lyrics were clever. If you know what I was kind of going for with it and what I was trying to mock with it, like it's a parody, obviously. Um, for what it is, happy with it. And then finally we got the original Bandage, which I really don't know which version of Bandage I prefer, to be honest. But I go back and forth. I think the new one is probably as a song probably better because I think like it's official Broadway instrumental, and I add the like the second bridge and chorus, which I think was quite a kind of cool thing that like kind of similar. It kind of mirrors the first one, but like I changed it to negative versions, and I thought that was quite clever how I did that. But to be blunt, I think the OG Bandage is probably more emotional because it was kind of I think the song meant more to me at that time, so it probably like I think the original is a lot more raw, but I think the new one's probably a better song. But I think they're both probably iconic in a sense. So yeah, that is my tiers. How many songs I got in iconic? One, two, three, four, five, and I've got four in unlistenable. So that means I've got more iconic songs than unlistenable ones. So I'll take that as a win. And I've got one in bad and like loads in pretty solid. If you disagree and you think they're all unlistenable, which is a fair assessment really, then you can say that. But if you seriously think that A Whole New World in Real Life should be um in iconic, give me an essay on what it should be. I mean, in a way, A Whole New World in Real Life was iconics. Like, it's quite a stupid name for a tier now I think about it, because like the original Wave was iconic, but for the wrong reasons. So I should have gone like legendary or something. I'm a clown. Right, I've got the lyric breakdown still coming out. We're going into kind of September, October time, year 11, GCSE year, so don't expect as many uploads for the summer, but don't worry, I'm not going to keep you guys like bloody hanging and all that. I'm going to keep up with videos. I'll come up with something.